welcome along. Today we're back on the west coast. As you can see, the TW35 in the distance is still doing its subsoiling. So hopefully that will complete that today. We're going to head back this way to the farm because just around here, the TW15 we've filled up with seed and fertilizer. So we depleted our money a little bit further. And we're going to go and plant some corn the other side of field 10. So the other side of the footpath. And that should give us a little bit of corn. What the idea behind that is while the other piece of corn we have, we're about to go and do. Whoops. Through the hedge. We're gonna go and turn that into chaff and get some silage out of that. The corn that we're gonna put at the top of this field here, we are just gonna harvest normally and eventually use for the pigs is the idea. So we'll just go around the edge of the field here and put this in. There we go. Right, unfold our harvester. Our seeder. Right, on and down. Yeah, we are planting corn. Good. That's always a fear. It's the same button to lower. Well, almost the same button to lower as it is to change the crop I'm planting. So I have had it before where I've changed the crop instead of lowering the seeder. So, yeah. Don't want to do that. We'll keep it to the right crop. Now, I don't think this doesn't have a cultivator on it, this seeder, so I think we're going to end up with some sunflowers in the middle of our corn here. I don't think it'll replace it. Oh, of course, in reality, it absolutely would. But yeah, there's no cultivator on this, so it's not replacing those. There we go. And this should be, actually, as we're planting this, because we fertilised this with the sprayer last time, this should be third stage fertilisation on seeding, which is quite cool. So we should get a good crop of corn out of this bit of field 10 as well, which would be fantastic. A nice big yield off this because it's ploughed and it's got all 3 stages of fertilisation. We're unfortunate in that I think that field 10, the rest of field 10 might have 3 stages now. Field what is it? Field 14 doesn't, and there are parts of that which unfortunately never will. I am going to try and fertilise again when it hits the next stage, but part of the field I think is going to be pretty much ready to harvest when it hits the next stage. So it may not actually get all 3 stages. I think only a very small part of the field is going to get all 3 stages with that. Yeah, and I'm not quite sure how the subsoiler is doing fertilisation. I still haven't quite worked that out. It's quite cool that it is. It's making my life easier in general. Because either I then fertilise it as I'm seeding, as we are with this, or I do it afterwards. Not quite sure what I'm going to put in there yet. I'm actually very tempted to plant potatoes in that field. We may do some potato work on this map. I'm doing sugar beet on Upton, so therefore I'm thinking potatoes on here, just to be a little bit different and do something a little bit different. Of course, what we're doing on Upton is very different to what we're doing on here. Upton is now all very much geared to providing stuff through the factory process and making money that way. We will still do some grains on there, but yeah, mostly it's going to be getting stuff through to make money through the factories on that now. Whereas this is going to be much more traditional. This is going to be much more, you know, more traditional farming on here. Lots of seeding and harvesting and that kind of thing. But we are going to do potatoes, I think. So if I'm going to do potatoes, I want to get a potato planter and probably put it into field 15. I think field 15 would be a good choice for that. It's either that or where we have the corn that we're going to be working with in a minute. I think I'm going to put the AI on the harvester. I got two choices basically. I can either control the harvester and trust that Causeplay isn't going to mess up with carting, or we take the TW15 down there and go carting while the harvester is done via the vehicle AI. It's a little more dodgy. Well, it's a little slower doing that way because of course we then only have one tractor carting. Whereas with Causeplay we could have two tractors carting. But the opportunity for muck up is so much higher that it probably wouldn't actually save us any time. So I think I'm gonna do the carting in this tractor, and we'll have the forage harvester on the vehicle AI. I think, yeah, that is definitely the way to go, I think. Put this down. There we go. Get this like so. Perfect. So yeah, I like the idea of doing two slightly different crops at the end of this field, separated by that walkway, by that footpath. And there is plenty of field on the rest, and this actually is a good sized little field to do stuff in. So yeah, I think that's definitely the way to go. And the beauty is that we actually won't have to change the header on the combine doing these two fields. Although obviously the growth stage of the other one is a lot further along. Ah. Cool. Right up to the edge there. Okay. Well, we did miss a little bit. We can get that on our way back, though, because this doesn't cultivate, so we're not reseeding. So it means these little bits at the edge we've missed don't get caught. But there you go. Not a lot of field left. Right. One more strip after this, and then we'll go and find our forage harvester. One more, or it might be two. It might be two more actually. There we go. Yeah. I do love this little TW15. It's a cracking tractor. Matt did a fantastic job on this, and I can't wait for his Modern Classics DLC. That is just going to be a gorgeous DLC. Just purely judging by the quality of these T-dubs. It's just, they are out of this world. Right, and last little bit. Just realised why the tractor's struggling a little bit. We don't have four-wheel drive on. Now, there's no exit to this field down this corner, I don't think, so we've got to go round. I never realised that that's where the back road came round. There's certain things on this map I just haven't connected in my head, which is just weird. Field 5 would be a good field for us to have as well. Might look at getting that at some point. We're nowhere near. But actually, one of the things that I've seen a lot of people complain about this map, but I actually really love, is the price of the fields. Lots of people have said the price is too low. To be honest, personally, I think the price is affordable. I think the price is one of those things where you're then not struggling to expand your farm, as so often happens in farm sim. It's one of the reasons why when I do a map first look, I will look at the price of the fields, because if it's £1 million for a medium-sized field, that's just not achievable most of the time. Right, we want to take this and head down to the other farm, where we should have ready set up a trailer for us. So I'll head down this way. And I'm just thinking what I can do next time. We will probably go and have a quick go in the forest again, because this tractor next time, well, we need to get something planting potatoes, I think. So that'll be either this or the 35. The 35 will probably actually be doing some subsoiling still. There's a lot of fields that need that on it. Because of course everything needs first stage ploughing. I actually prefer in the game. I prefer the subsoiler to the plough. It works better with course play, and it's that little bit wider, so the jobs get done a little bit quicker. And of course, in game, it has the same effect. We've got a car up behind us at the moment. Fantastic. Ooh, under the train line. Don't think this view gets taken in enough. You know? It's one of those things where I think the view of the coast and everything is a bit more prominent on both Sandy Bay and Dusty Cove. You tend to come across it a lot more, whereas on this map it tends to be more. It's a little more sidelined, which I think is unfortunate because it's a fantastic view, but you don't. I've not seen it in many other videos, sort of highlighted or shown a lot. Which, as I said, yeah, is a little bit sad, I think, for it. Right, we are coming. We're outside the side of the town. We want to head over this bridge, and then field 85 is coming up, and we're actually at field 86. Is where we're doing this job. Which is just over this next crest. This tractor is well, I suppose this wouldn't be a very fast tractor given its age. Now, I have previously started this in a live stream, doing it slightly differently. And discovered that method actually didn't work very well. So I spent a load of time looking for an older forage harvester. I think I found one. I think it works pretty well. I did find one or two really shocking ones. And we got a Joskin trailer for doing this job. I should probably go and put the running boards back on it, because then it would hold more. And while we're doing this, that would be perfect. Right. So we'll connect that up there, and we're going to jump in the harvester. So this is it's our class Jaguar 1880. It is an older harvester. We'll start it up. Ah, it's Control H, not Alt H. That is all good. So we will hire that. Turn that off. And we are going to drive the TW15 on this job. What I want to do, put the cruise control on. There we go. So that will then keep us with it. While it turns. So that's 22% off one side. Oh, we're blocking it at the moment. Let's get ahead, and then we can always reverse up. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to get the trailer bits, the boards on this. Oh, come on. That was not what I wanted to do. Frustrating when that happens. There we go. That should make it easier. If it keeps up with it. Like so. I just got to remember to brake at the right point, and that way I'll give it plenty of space. Or I just go further on and let it turn. There we go. And round. I do like this Jaguar. It's a little bit blocky, but I actually had to go and check it out. I had to go and look at it because I thought it can't really be that sharply angled and that blocky in real life, and it is. It really does look like this, which is I find quite amazing. So it's nice to find an older forage harvester that actually looks like the older forage harvester it's meant to be representing. Right, I'll reverse up, get out of his way. And that way when he turns in, I can come back round. And there we go. Right, we are at 80%. So we get about, by the looks of things, we get about one round off this. Yeah, we're not even going to get an entire go round. There we go. Right, so we are heading up to the pig yard. Get a couple of goes at this going. You can, one of the ways to do this, of course, is to have the AI extension do the field work, and then Courseplay do the actual carting. I might see how that works. But I find with Courseplay and forage harvesting, what you end up with is the tractors at the corners making ridiculously large turns. And as a result, they always end up in the hedges or always end up caught on a tree. Which normally wouldn't be a problem on this map because obviously the hedges don't have collisions for tractors and trailers. But That particular field down there has a lot of fence posts in it and things like that. So you end up with... I've had it where I was experimenting with it before. And discovered, yeah, that I have the... that I have the tractors getting stuck on the fences. Yeah, I kind of wish I did have the boards on this trailer. Never mind. It's doing a grand job as it is. And we turned too far. We'll get another load off this, I think. Close that down. We're going to need sorting out again soon. Right, there we go. And this is beautiful in this cab. It really is. See, I don't mind so much doing this way when it's such a short journey. We're not stopping the harvester for too long, and this trailer actually holds a decent amount, even without the boards I keep going on about. If I stop here. Forward, 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 forward. There we go. We stop in the right place, we're alright. Go. What are we? 66%, so 3/4 full. Keep within range of it. We may get 3 loads off this before we finish, looking at the time it's taking us, which is fantastic news. Whoa. Ah, we are full. So away we go. Back up the hill. So this is a nice, decent amount we're getting off this. Really nice, decent amount. This way of doing forage harvesting seems to be working well. But I think that is the important thing, is to try and keep your fields close to the fields where you're going to be doing forage harvesting, close to where you're tipping it. That way you can sort it that much quicker. It's a pity we don't have a workshop up here. I'd add those boards, definitely. So going to tip the whole thing here. Yes. That's the beauty of this trailer. It's a nice high trailer, so it tends to do a tip rather well. Which is part of the reason why I got it. I got this rather than the Marston that we have. Because I'm slightly annoyed that the Marston you have to buy a separate trailer. You can't customize it to add on the silage sides. I think is a missed opportunity. I wonder if we could do this in cab this time. Should be able to. Yeah, there we go. Oh, that's wicked. I love that. I just got to keep close enough to the... Yeah, there we go. And stop. Oh, this reminds me of when I was doing when I used to do the grain harvest on the farm. Now, are we? We're too far forward now. I need to get this trailer back round into a position where, yeah, I was going to reach it. Catch up like so. There we go. How's this for realism? Whoa. That's about where you want to be. This is where head tracking would come in really useful right about now. I'd be able to look back and forth really easily. That would make controlling this an awful lot easier. Oh. Yeah, blocked by me. There we go. That's so cool. I'm really loving this. This is a great way to do this. I wish I'd thought of this before. This is just... there we go. We are full. So let's go and take this and tip this. May do some more of this off camera, I think. Get this cleared out and done. But yeah, I'm loving this first person way of doing this. I didn't think that would be a very easy thing to do. I think I might have to take both this tractor and this trailer down to the workshop though. The tractor, I want to remove the front loader joints. We're not going to be using this tractor to do front loader work. There is no need for those to be on here. The trailer, I do really want to add those boards on. It means that we won't have to tip quite so often. Right, so let's get that tipping, and while that's doing, we will end this here. So all that remains is for me to say thank you for watching, I hope you have enjoyed this video. Please give it a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. And for all the latest videos from Virtual Farmer, please subscribe to the channel. I will see you next time. Goodbye.